We truly need a senator in Washington who recognizes the values of Alaska's independence and creativity. Someone who will fight to return local control to our communities and parents when it comes to education policy. Nowhere is this more important than our rural schools and with Alaska Native population. We need to provide greater education opportunities for Alaska Natives at every level. And we need to support parents and teachers and communities developing culturally relevant curriculum that both meets the state standards and utilizes traditional ways of knowing and teaching math, science, and history. We need to make a commitment to our resources. Where we put them and where we put them is to our children. No Child Left Behind was an unfunded mandate. It brought lots of new requirements without the support to make that happen. As I sit here and I noticed the NEA leadership here, they have told me story after story of the undue burden that these regulations have put on the teachers without the resources to make it happen. We need someone in D.C. who will fill the $70 billion funding gap for education. That's the money that was promised and not delivered. That commitment also means a real investment into early childhood education. The data shows us pre-K education is critical to a child's success in school and in life. For every dollar invested in early learning, we reap more than $8 in return in benefits from lower dropout rates, reduced public assistance, and higher wages. As Senator, I will push for increased funding for Head Start. That program already has shown great results in Alaska, and we need to build on that great success. It's time for the federal government to step up so states can offer voluntary pre-K to every family. While we take the excellent program and build on it, we need to take the disastrous program, No Child Left Behind, and get rid of it, and reallocate those resources to what's needed. I want to show this little sample. This is the regulation of No Child Left Behind. This is what was passed that everyone has to study and read and deal with. Truly, my goal is to take this and literally throw it out and start with a better approach. A better approach focused on individuals, families, parents, teachers, local control. You know, it's about how to use our resources and invest them in a smarter and better way. And we need to be smart also about higher education. We had an administration that played politics with science. Critical research funding was stagnated. And I'll work to restore a spirit of innovation and freedom of inquiry to our universities. Alaska's colleges and universities should be the nation's destination schools for cutting-edge work on energy and climate change. The students doing the work should include our veterans. Those who have served this country so honorably shouldn't have to go into debt to pay their tuition. The plan I'm releasing today may be the most important of this campaign. The quality of education will determine the winners and losers of the 21st century. Education will determine which individuals get ahead, and education will determine which nations stay ahead. We're facing a time of enormous challenges, more than any other time in our country's history and our state's history, and education is a key component. We need to commit and commit now, and we need new ideas that work, local ideas that take advantage of Alaska's know-how and initiative. It's truly time for a new direction in education, one that listens and respects local values while providing the support to make every school and every child a great success. There's no question, and I'll end on this note, and really just open for your comments, and hopefully you've had a little bit of time to look at the plan that we've laid out. But there's no question in my mind, as I just said to you, about education, how important it is, not only for today, but for the next generation, and how we move education forward. And the fundamental belief I have is that more and more local control needs to be put into place and not control from Washington, D.C. This piece of legislation, I mean, we actually had it down, just for curiosity, how many pages it was going to be. When you look at this, and then you see it's probably 6-point type style, it just gives you a concept of how much regulation has come down from Washington, D.C. and trying to dictate to us, local communities, how it works. And it doesn't matter if you're in Fairbanks or Anchorage or Beach-Bluff or New York City or San Francisco or wherever. You pick the city, pick the community, pick the village. that every community is a little bit different, and education needs to reflect the communities still meeting high standards and creating great success for our young people. We need to have a lot more local control than what exists today.